Hang on, let's pull it up, okay. Okay, so we're going to be talking about variable construction, how you create the variables you want to study. So this section is going to cover constructs, conceptual definitions, and operational definitions. So we're going to start with constructs. So a construct is basically the idea or thing you want to study. It exists abstractly and analytically in theory, and you have to figure out how to access it in your study. So some examples of it would be political conservatism, religiosity, romantic love, happiness. So let's give an example of what that would look like in a study. You want to study how depression is related to marital satisfaction. So the constructs you're wanting to study are depression and marital satisfaction. Now you have to figure out how to turn those two constructs into variables. So that's what we're going to talk about today, turning these abstract constructs into variables. So step one to turning a construct into a variable is coming up with a conceptual definition. It's a general description of the construct. It's like the dictionary definition. And these definitions are usually found in the introduction section of a research article. So here are some examples of conceptual definitions. We have length, the extent of something from end to end, the greatest of 2 or 3 dimensions of a body. And then weight, the quantity of heaviness or mass. So these are conceptual definitions. So then the second step to taking a construct and turning it into a variable is coming up with the operational definition. Now this is how you actually plan to measure the construct. So it's taking the abstract and turning it into something measurable, operable. That's why we call it the operational definition, because it actually is able to operate in your study. So here are some examples of operational definitions. Remember, we were talking about length and weight, the conceptual definitions. Well, here are some operational definitions. Meters, feet, inches, centimeters. Those are all operational definitions of length. Notice how different they are from this definition. The extent of something from end to end, the greatest of 2 or 3 dimensions of a body. That's like something out of a dictionary. Whereas these meters, feet, inches, centimeters, these are things that you could actually use to measure in a study. Generally, we don't use all these operational definitions. We usually pick one. There are various ways to operationalize your construct. So if we look at the example of weight again, these are various ways to operationalize the construct of weight. We have stones, kilograms, pounds, ounces, grams. We can pick any of those that we want. So this is the process we just went through. We took the construct, turned it into a conceptual definition, which was kind of still abstract, and then we turned that into an operational definition, something more concrete that we're able to use in our study and make a variable out of. So that's how you create a variable.